How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 92 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we'll be talking about my predictions for the upcoming Nintendo Direct. So for today's video, I decided to take a step back from the normal leak videos and actually talk about the upcoming Nintendo Direct. For those of you who do not know, there was an earthquake in Japan today, so they decided to push back the Nintendo Direct from today to next week at some point. In lieu of the earthquake, I am very happy that they pushed back the Nintendo Direct, and my heartfelt condolences do go out to anyone that was affected by this tragedy. So before we get started, just make sure you guys know that this is all 100% my own opinion. This is just what I think we're going to end up seeing in the Nintendo Direct, and if you guys think that we're going to be seeing something different, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, with all that out of the way, let's jump right into this discussion. So before we get into the actual content of what I believe is going to be in the Direct, I think we should talk about when the Direct is actually going to end up happening. So a user on 4chan actually data mined Splatoon, and he might have found the answer to that. The leak on 4chan is called Splatoon 2 Data Mine implies that Nintendo Direct has moved to next Thursday and is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying, to coincide with the delay of the Nintendo Direct, the ranked rotation pool with Starfish main stage that was supposed to start on September 7th has been removed. In addition, all current rotations are preset instead of generated on the fly by the game until September 14th. The Salmon Run gear that was scheduled for September 7th has also been moved to September 14th. For those who are curious, the gear is a pair of orange flippers. Click here for images, they will be on screen right now. So with all of this being said, I think that it is a very safe bet that the Direct will be pushed back to a week from today, next Thursday at 6 p.m, the same time it was scheduled for today. So now, in terms of the actual game content of the Direct, the first thing I think that we are going to see is information on the upcoming 3DS games. We already had the Indie Direct about a week ago, so I don't think we're going to see any indie games shown off in this Direct. So the first games that I think are going to be shown off during this Direct are actually going to be the eShop exclusive games. These are the games that you can't buy in physical copies, and I think that it's just going to be like a montage of them just so they can show off that they are there and that they're cheap and that you can go buy them right after the Direct. That's just what I think we're going to see first because they aren't as important as like Mario or Luigi's Mansion or Smash or anything like that. After that, I think the first trailer that they're going to be showing off is actually Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. We know that it's coming on the 3DS in the near future, and I think that they are going to give us some gameplay of it and just show it off a little bit more and get us a little bit more hype. Bowser's Inside Story was one of my favorite DS games, and I am very much looking forward to it coming to the 3DS. Following that, I think we're going to see a new trailer for the Luigi's Mansion remake on the 3DS, and I think that we're also going to be getting two new amiibo. I think we're going to be getting a King Boo amiibo since he is the main villain of Luigi's Mansion, and we'll also get a new Luigi amiibo, but he'll be having the Poltergust on his back. After that, I have a pretty good feeling that we're going to be seeing a new Animal Crossing game come to the 3DS. The last Animal Crossing game was on the Wii U, and I don't think we've had any Animal Crossing games on handheld systems in a while, and even though I think it would be a good fit on the Switch, I think that they're going to release at least one on the 3DS. The next game I think that is going to be shown off is actually a remake of Link's Awakening. I say this because they just made a remake of A Link Between Worlds, and I think that Link's Awakening would look really good in 3D. I think that they would do this just because they could reuse the same engine they used to make A Link Between Worlds, and it would be too easy for them just to make a few new dungeons and remake A Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening was not a very popular game, but I still think that it was good enough that it deserves a remake in 3D. The next thing I think that we're going to see is some kind of Fire Emblem representation. I think they're going to make a Fire Emblem collection which includes games like Awakening and Fates and Echoes with all of the DLC included. Honestly, I can't see them pouring a bunch of assets into making a brand new Fire Emblem game on the 3DS, but I think it's very safe to say that this will be the last Fire Emblem game we see on the 3DS, just because they want to focus more on the Switch. And finally, I think that we're going to see a brand new Luigi's Mansion Special Edition New 2DS XL. I say this because they do this with most of the Mario games, and Luigi's Mansion has such a huge fan base that I think it would sell very, very well. And now we're going to move on to my Nintendo Switch predictions. So first of all, I think we're going to see a trailer of a bunch of different DLC being shown off for 3 different games. First of all, I think we're going to see Xenoblade 2 DLC. For those of you guys who have been on my channel before, you know that I don't really play any of the Xenoblade games, but I think that Xenoblade is popular enough that it's going to get some DLC, I'm just not sure what it's going to be. After that, I think we're going to get a couple Smash Echo Fighters. I think we're going to see Shadow the Hedgehog from the Sonic series, and I think we're going to see Isabelle. I don't know why I think it's going to be Shadow and Isabelle announced at the next Nintendo Direct, but I just do. I think that they are going to be the next Echo Fighters revealed. After that, they're going to show us some new information on the Yoshi game, which is actually called Yoshi's Crafted World. A picture was leaked on Twitter, which confirmed the name, so I think they're going to give us some information about this new Yoshi game. After that, we're going to see some brand new Daemon X Machina gameplay, and I think this is going to happen just because Daemon X Machina has been in a couple of the Nintendo Directs in the past, and I think that Nintendo is really trying to push this game. Following that, they're going to talk about Splatoon 2, give us that new update that we already talked about, and then give us a couple new Mario Kart 8 characters. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Kirby and Paulina. I just think those are the next two logical characters. And finally, at the end of the Direct, I think that we are going to see a trailer of either Zeno, Incineroar, or Skull Kid, but I'm really leaning towards Skull Kid right now. From the last Smash Direct, people picked up on clues that Skull Kid was going to be the next character revealed, which are on screen right now. So if you guys don't know, there were a couple of chairs in the background, which represented the fairies that hung out with Skull Kid, and then the couch kind of represented Skull Kid in some way. So I think that Skull Kid is going to be the next character that joins the roster, and I think we are going to get a trailer for him at the next Direct. But once again, these are all just my thoughts about what's going to end up happening at the next Direct, so let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. But before you guys go, I have a couple of things I need to tell you, so make sure you stick around. First of all, a lot of people have been asking if I could start up a Patreon, or if you guys could donate money to me in some way since YouTube has not monetized me yet, so I decided to set one up. You can find a link to it in the description bar down below, but only donate if you guys want to. Never feel obligated to, but if you would like to support me in some way, you can find a link to both my Patreon and a place you can donate in the description bar down below. And if you haven't already, join my Discord. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.